As debates raged about Ethereum's business strategy, Gavin Wood worked quietly on a document that would become the project's technical cornerstone. While others argued over funding and governance models, Ethereum's chief technology officer drafted the Yellow Paper, a rigorous mathematical specification of the Ethereum virtual machine. Published in April 2014, this dense 88-page document gave developers an exact blueprint for how Ethereum should operate at the protocol level. Wood approached Ethereum's design with academic precision. Where Buterin's original white paper outlined concepts in broad strokes, the Yellow Paper defined Ethereum's mechanics with mathematical notation and formal computer science terminology. It specified gas costs for operations, defined the EVM's instruction set, and established consensus rules in unambiguous terms. This level of technical rigor distinguished Ethereum from earlier blockchain projects that often prioritized ideology over engineering discipline. The Yellow Paper's production revealed Wood's unique role among the founders. While more business-oriented members focused on fundraising and partnerships, Wood obsessed over technical details that others considered secondary. Team emails show him pushing back against proposals to simplify Ethereum's design for faster implementation. He argued rigorous foundations mattered more than short-term progress, sometimes delaying development timelines to resolve theoretical edge cases. This approach created tensions with founders prioritizing rapid deployment. Joseph Lubin reportedly pressured Wood to accelerate development to satisfy early investors. Charles Hoskinson, before his departure, criticized the Yellow Paper's complexity as unnecessary for a minimum viable product. But Wood maintained that Ethereum's long-term success depended on getting the fundamentals right, even if that meant slower initial progress. The document's release marked a turning point for Ethereum's developer community. For the first time, programmers outside the core team could understand exactly how smart contracts would execute. The Yellow Paper became essential reading for anyone building Ethereum clients or writing smart contracts. Its formal specifications allowed multiple independent teams to develop compatible implementations, preventing any single code base from becoming dominant. Wood's work had philosophical implications beyond its technical contributions. By formalizing Ethereum's rules mathematically, the Yellow Paper embodied the code is law principle that would later spark major debates. It treated smart contracts as unambiguous, self-enforcing agreements, rather than flexible legal arrangements. This perspective appealed to decentralization purists, but worried pragmatists who foresaw scenarios requiring human judgment. Technical analyses of the Yellow Paper reveal its foresight regarding issues Ethereum would later face. The gas pricing model anticipated network congestion problems that wouldn't emerge until CryptoKitties 3 years later. Its treatment of contract storage provided solutions for scalability challenges that remain relevant today. Wood built mechanisms that later allowed Ethereum to transition from proof-of-work to proof-of-stake with minimal disruption. Certain passages also hinted at Wood's growing concerns about Ethereum's direction. Footnotes criticized proposed modifications that prioritized developer convenience over security. Appendices warned about risks from poorly designed smart contracts, predictions that proved accurate when the DAW hack occurred. These sections reflected Wood's belief that blockchain systems should prioritize correctness over ease of use. As Ethereum gained popularity, Wood became increasingly skeptical about its governance. He watched business-oriented founders attract enterprise partners whose needs conflicted with decentralized ideals. Private blockchain initiatives like the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance worried him as potential threats to Ethereum's public chain. Meanwhile, pressure mounted to modify core protocols for commercial applications, changes Wood often resisted as contrary to the Yellow Paper's original vision. By 2015, Wood began working on concepts that would eventually become Polkadot. His new project addressed perceived limitations in Ethereum's design, particularly around interoperability between blockchains. Polkadot's emphasis on formal correctness and modular architecture represented an evolution of ideas first articulated in the Yellow Paper. Colleagues noticed Wood devoting less attention to Ethereum development while exploring architectures that took years to implement. The Yellow Paper's legacy became clear as Ethereum matured. Its rigorous specifications allowed the network to survive technical crises that might have doomed less carefully designed systems. Multiple client implementations based on the document prevented single points of failure. Developers still reference it when debating protocol changes or debugging obscure edge cases. Yet the document also immortalized tensions within Ethereum's founding team. Wood's uncompromising technical standards set expectations that sometimes clashed with practical realities. Business-focused founders struggled to explain Yellow Paper concepts to non-technical clients and investors. Some ecosystem projects deliberately simplified or modified Ethereum's protocols to meet market demands, decisions that frustrated purists who valued the Yellow Paper's precision. Wood's eventual departure reflected these diverging priorities. While remaining publicly supportive of Ethereum, he shifted his focus to Polkadot's development. His exit followed a recognizable pattern, founders leaving to pursue visions that Ethereum's compromises couldn't accommodate. Unlike Charles Hoskinson's dramatic departure, Wood's transition occurred gradually as he devoted more time to new technical challenges. The Yellow Paper remains Wood's most enduring contribution to Ethereum. Later updates by other authors maintained its strict formal style, even as the network evolved beyond its original conception. Current versions still follow Wood's structure when specifying new Ethereum improvement proposals, a testament to how thoroughly his approach shaped Ethereum's technical culture. Looking back, Ethereum's technical robustness owes much to Wood's early insistence on rigorous foundations. The Yellow Paper prevented fragmentation that could have occurred with looser specifications. Its mathematical precision enabled innovations like smart contract formal verification and Layer 2 scaling solutions. But the document also symbolized choices that some founders ultimately couldn't live with, a pattern that would repeat as Ethereum navigated its identity as both decentralized protocol and commercial platform. By 2016, internal debates about Ethereum's future were intensifying. The DOW hack would soon force uncomfortable questions about whether code is law should remain absolute. Wood's Yellow Paper had established Ethereum's rulebook, but real-world events would test whether those rules could survive contact with human nature and financial incentives. Ironically, the document meant to eliminate ambiguity created one of crypto's most profound philosophical dilemmas when reality crashed into its pristine theoretical framework.